This is the video for routine 102 of the Polyscan game. It starts out setting the tall to 300, wide to the same thing, 300, X and Y to position 700, 100, makes the color white, does a rectangle fill, and then it makes it clickable as click number 2. And it checks then to see if anyone clicked inside that rectangle, if there was an active click of 2. If there wasn't, it goes to CE down here and simply goes home. But if there was a click, it's going to calculate exactly where in an area 100 by 100. This mat statement says there's 100 columns and 100 rows, and then it uses A and B to figure out the row and column, because the value here in K just goes from 0 to 9,999. It then has to take that number and figure out which row and column it was. Once it knows that, it says, well, I got to add 1 to the active index to move it down 1. I got to take all the points that I have now, save them in an area called hold, now set my K to my active index, and I'm going to move the 200 in hold at offset K and move them to K plus 1, making room in the list for the new entry. And then here we say the value at K for X and Y is now this value of A and B that we figured out up here. Well, let's go to the program and try to understand what's happening here. Here is the white rectangle it made, and it checked to see if there were any clicks in this rectangle. And if they were, it figured out exactly where the click was by its row and column, and then it entered it in the list over here to whatever index was active. That's what this routine was doing. So this is the end of the video for routine 102 of the Polyscan game.